Okay, hello friends, this is Yusuf here. Welcome to part 5 of our JavaScript tutorial. So in this video, we're going to continue our learning, and it's time it's going to be string methods. Okay, so last time how we have seen array methods, so similarly we have string methods. So it's good to have an understanding of what it is. So let's get started. So before that I start, right, so one of our friend asked like how does this setup work. So I type the code and then I save, suddenly I can see the changes. So you wanted to understand that. So for that quickly I'm using VS Code. It's a free text editor and it has a feature called extension. Okay, so if you click that one, you can look for live server. Okay, once you go there, there will be install button, just click. So then the live server extension will be installed in your VS Code. Then after that, if you have any HTML page, right, you will see down below, say for example I'm disconnecting it. Okay, you will have like a go live, one button will be there. Okay, this one, or in the index.html you can basically right click and then there will be a open with live server. Okay, so once you do that, what will happen? So say for example if you do that again, it will open up in your Chrome or whatever the browser, that particular page, and then if you do any changes and then save, right, it will automatically reload and then show it here. So that's how I am actually executing the code. So in my case, okay, in my case we are only dealing with the main JavaScript, right? So I'm just looking into the console. Okay, so that's the thing. So yeah, so say for example console.log, welcome again, save, then we should be able to see the result here, but I think this instant was not started now, right? So that's why it is not there. Okay, so now if we do something like this and then save, yeah, I can see it's reloading all automatically. I don't know why it's take a bit time, but okay, let's start with string methods, right? So here we go. Yeah, let's start with the small thing. So length, obviously everybody knows. Okay, the string.length will give you the number of characters including space. Okay, let's go about slice, substring and substr. Okay, what is the difference between all these three? So the slice is actually again to get a portion of a string. We use slice, but okay, before you go to the methods, right, so all string methods actually returns new array, a new string, so it won't change the existing string. Okay, you can see some of the array methods will change the array value itself, but string no, because strings are immutable, which means strings cannot be changed, only replaced. Okay, let's go to the thing slice. Okay, it is to get a substring or a particular portion of a string. Okay, let's see how it works. So I'm going to have a string. So for a simplicity, I'm going to have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Okay, and then I'm also going to give an index value here for our reference. Okay, so it's like 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's put 0. Okay, actually it's 10. Yeah. Okay, so we can actually understand this outputs. So I'm going to say console.log str. First thing we're going to learn about slice. Okay, so slice actually it works based on index. So I say index number 1 and I want until index number 5. Okay, so if you see the result, okay, it's really slow actually. Okay, we get B, C, D, E. Okay, so B is fine because we said we want from index 1. Index 1 is B, that's okay. But if you see the index 5, actually index 5 is F here, but we get until E because the ending index is not included, similar to arrays. Okay, so that's the thing. Now if you go to the next method, which is str.substring, okay, it works very similar to the slice method, which means if I give same argument, if I save, we should be able to see the same output here. Okay, but you can think what is the difference here. Okay, the difference is sometimes if I give a negative index in the substring, say for example I give negative index. Okay, if I save this, the slice method will throw an error because yeah, it won't return anything. Okay, because there is no negative index, but the substring method will convert the negative index into 0. Okay, that is the difference. Now let's go back to the next method, which is str, substr. Okay, this one works a bit different, meaning again I give the starting index, that is same like say 1, and then if I give the same 5, this time the 5 is the number of elements from that index. Okay, so if you save this, right, we will get until the not until, actually we'll get 5 elements. So here you can see B, C, D, E, F. So again don't confuse this is the index, no, which means if I say 5, okay, I want from 5 to the next 5. So you will see that it will start from f, because f is the element 5, and we get next 5 elements. So that's the thing. And obviously the second parameter is optional only. If you don't give, it will go until the end. Okay, and one good thing about substring is it can accept negative value, which means if I give -1, it calculates from the backside. So say for example, if I give -3 and then I want 2 elements. Okay, so let's think what could be the result. So the last element is considered as -1. Okay, so -1, -2, -3. So from j it has to start and go to the next 2, which is j and I. Okay, so let's see if it is correct. So if I save this, we get j and I. Okay, that's the thing. So that's the difference between these 3 methods. Yeah, let's go to the next one. So replace. So let me comment this. Okay, so say for example I have okay, let's take the same example, no problem, but I want to insert one more c here. Okay, I'm going to say that console.log str.replace. I want to replace c with maybe a 0. Okay, just to see a difference, right? Or maybe a star asterisk. Okay, save. So let's see the result. Yeah, we get the result, but if you look closely, there is one more c here, but that c was not replaced. Why? Because this replace will replace only the first occurrence. Okay, fine, but I want to replace all the occurrence. What we can do? So for that we need to use something called regular expression. Okay, so console.log str.replace. This time okay, regular expression start with 2/ something like this. Okay, and then maybe what I want to replace with the asterisk. So here I want to give, okay, I want to replace the c. Okay, if I execute the code like this, then again it is going to look into the regular expression. It will try to match and then it will try to replace. Okay, but again you can see it is not replace the second occurrence, right? So if you want to replace globally, you have to give g as an option. Okay, now if you save, we should be able to see both the c's are replaced. Okay, you can see it's replaced. Now let's give one more condition. I have another c which is capital letter. Okay, if you save, so you might have guessed that that will not be replaced. Okay, you can see it's not replaced, but here since it's a regular expression, if you give option I, then it is ignore cases. So regardless of capital or small, it is going to replace everything and we'll get three asterisks. Okay, so that's about replace and replace all. Then let's go. Okay, these are like very useful common methods, toUpper, toLower and trim. So yeah, so what for that I'm going to take initially delete. Okay, username is equals to so I gave a space in between front and to. Okay, so console.log. Yeah, so basically username dot to lowercase is already lowercase, right? Yeah, maybe we'll make these ones better. Okay, and then it will be toUpperCase. There is a to locally lowercase, but as I know we'll go with lowercase, no problem. And then I'm gonna have basically trim. Okay, so if you save this, okay, it's no fancy here, uppercase, lowercase, and then trim. And that's why you can see there is a space here and there is not a space here. Okay, that's the thing. Okay, let's comment out. Let's go to the next. Okay, so charAt and this split. Okay, first let's charAt. So if I want to extract maybe a particular index of the array, right? So so it works like this. So in the str, I want to find a character at a particular position. Say for example, I give 5. Okay, so what do you think is the result? It's very simple, right? It goes to the index 5 and then it gives a value, which is in case I think f. Yeah, f. Okay, because that's in index 5. But most of the time, if you want to achieve this, what we do is we access like a property, because string can be accessed like array properties, not properties like how we get the element, right? Like that we can do. So if you do that, it works the same way. Now you might ask, so what is the difference between the charAt and then this particular thing? It's very simple. Say str.charAt. So again, I want to target maybe an element like 50, okay, which I don't have in the string, right? There is no position 50 there. Okay, so if I save this, so what you're going to get is two different results. One, the charAt actually will look for the index. If it's not there, it gives a blank space or empty, but the str of that particular index will give you undefined. So if you are doing any logic based on this, then you should make sure you use any one of these to go through it. So next is split. Split is one of my favorite, and you will use it a lot of time. Okay, so say for example, it works like this. So it will split an particular string based on the delimiter, and it will give you an array. Okay, so let's take str and split. I'm saying split with C. Okay, you can give anything, like let's see what the result if you split with C, because we have like two C's here, right? So it's going to split into 3 different portions. Okay, and if at all I want to take all the elements individually, you can give a blank or an empty string. So it is going to split everything into a single piece. Okay, something like this. So you will use this very lot in your logic building. Okay, fine. So let's go to the indexOf and lastIndexOf. Again, very similar, right? So I think you want to find, the element, actually you want to know like where it exists, something like that. Okay, so which means if I try indexOf same C, then it will give you the first occurrence of the C. Okay, so that's the thing. So in this case it's 2, because 0 1 2, and it takes a second argument. If I give like maybe 2, it will search after that. I think if we save, let's see what result we are getting. Okay, then it starts from 2. Okay, if we give 3, then it will start from 3. In our case it will start from D, so it will match the next occurrence, which is 9. Okay, which is here. All right, what we have then, lastIndexOf, and same thing, right? So it will count from the back and then give you the number. Okay, start with endsWith, actually again one of the commonly used thing, meaning that say for example you have a file name, okay, like hello.csv. Okay, you have a lot of file names and you want to process only CSV file. So basically what we can do, if the particular string ends with, and then we can check if it is CSV. Okay, yeah, you get the logic, right? Yeah, process. So in most of the cases, like when you're dealing with files or some kind of calculation, we'll use startWith and endWith. Actually it will be very useful functions. Okay, so yeah, same thing. Let's go further, and then includes. So includes, again it kind of the same thing, like we are finding whether a particular value is there or not. You might probably think you can also use the indexOf for that, because if you pass in that thing, it will give you the number or not. But it will give you the number in this case, right? indexOf if I use. So let me give an example. Yeah, let's take this array. Okay, let's find, I want to find console.log. Say I want to find A, okay, which is simple, right? So I say that str.indexOf, then I pass A, then we will get 0 because that is present in the first itself. Okay, we get the 0. But if you use this in a if logic, then it will fail because 0 is a falsy value, right? So but in this case, if I use okay, what we are talking about, includes. Okay, so if you use includes, okay, then it's going to return a boolean. In this case it will be true because A is there, it's a true. Okay, so if I use this in a if statement, then it works perfectly fine. So that's the difference between these two. The last one is match. So match is actually recently come across. It's really nice. Okay, let's try it. Okay, let me give an example here. So I'm going to have a big sentence. Okay, learning JavaScript is tricky, but it is cool. Okay, now I want to find how many times the word is exist in that particular string. Okay, so how can we do that? So one solution you can think, okay, I can basically split this into using a space, then I get an individual array of items, then maybe you can count, blah blah blah. But match makes it very easy, which means what I need to do is str.match. okay, then actually I need to give a matcher. So here it expects a regular expression, so I'm going to say I'm looking for is. Okay, and then that's it. So if you do a console.log, then save, let's see what is the result. Okay, so here this guy gives matching only one occurrence. Okay, but he's telling like, okay, I found there is a word like is. Okay, he is in index 12, and then this is the input string, so on. But since it's a regular expression, if you use the G option, like find everything, okay, if you save this, then what you are going to get is an array of that particular item, okay. But here the cool thing is, actually, if I make that remove this I, okay, I am looking for S, then still it's going to find that particular one character throughout the string, and it will give you where it exists. But unfortunately it exists only in 2 ways, okay. Let's search for I. Should be more. Yeah, see, you can get, we have 5 I's in this string, so that's for the match. So based on use case, yeah, maybe you can try this, right? And then finally, template detail. So by this time you might have seen it many places, so it's one of the good cool features. So yeah, console.log. So if you have basically it's a backticks, right? So we can use the character below your escape key to make a template detail. So here you can type whatever you want, and using this particular syntax of $sign and then this curly brace, you can do a calculation also. It will work fine because it will do the execution, then it will put the result into that particular thing, okay. So even if you have a variable, you can use it, okay, and then maybe you can do something like new date dot to ISO string. So yeah, this is the concept of template detail, which makes string concatenation very easier, makes it cleaner, and also it supports multiple lines. That's very cool, okay. So if I try something like this, okay, just because it's a backtick, right, it won't complain that we have went to the next line. No, it will work perfectly fine, okay. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's the end of this particular section for strings. So yeah, I hope you learned something new or something interesting. So if you're following along, so let's get started, let's go forward, and then probably in the next video we're going to talk about functions, and then we'll go to some sample exercise problems to understand or to practice ourselves, and we'll proceed further. And so that's it for this video. I hope this helps you, this series is helping you. In that case, please share it with your friends, and then yeah, thanks for your support. So I see you in the next video. Until then, thanks for watching. Bye bye.